I'm just getting my dick up by Low Phoebe.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Alright, what's goody, y'all? I'm so confused I was about to do both hands. What's goody, y'all? It's me back with another reaction. YXL Sala decided to drop another album today. So shit, we're gonna react to that, man. I'm gonna react to the first half now for time purposes, bro. I'll get to the second half tomorrow. I'm pressed with time here, bro. So yeah, track one, open it up. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on. This is cooking. Hold on, turn that shit up. But it's just a bit. I still got neighbors, y'all. I can't turn this all the way up. I would have loved to have Don Toliver on this. I'm not even gonna lie. Even if he didn't have a verse, like low-key, he could have just done some background vocals on this. That would have been a crazy addition. But I fuck with it so far. Shit, even Sway Lee on the low, bruh. Sway. Okay, I want to say a few things real quick. I'm gonna compare this to Transparency for one reason. I feel like Pink Hearts, I'll get more into my take on Pink Hearts later, but like, I fuck with that side of Faygo, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Price and For Sure are low-key two of my favorite Faygo tracks. I love those songs. I like melodic Faygo more than hype Faygo. But I'm looking at this as a combination of like hype Faygo, but in a way that still keeps the melodies, right? But this is more of like a trap beat rather than the rage beat that people know and love Faygo for, like that After Me era Faygo, you know? So, I don't know, man. I feel like Faygo has adapted his sound in ways that first got a fuck ton of hate, and then he changed it slightly to add more high energy, which I feel like the last EP was a bounce back. But I feel like people weren't fully happy. I don't know. I feel like people just want the old Faygo back so badly. But I feel like there'll always be an audience for everything. And I personally fuck with Faygo's growth heavy, bro. I like where Faygo is now in his career, what his sound has evolved to and stuff like that. So I like this. But I'm realizing this opener kind of sets the vibe. Also with Money and Clothes. Like, it's not really the oldest Faygo vibes that everyone's been begging for. But I like this. And if this is the opener for the album, I tell it's going to be in that direction. So some people won't be happy. But I might enjoy where this album goes. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, this has some heavy Travis or Don Toliver vibes. Low-key Sway Lee vibes. I like this intro, but I'm not going to add it to my likes playlist. But it's a solid intro. Next track, Bankrolls. What you paying, bro? Shit. I said this in my reaction to Money and Clothes, that this man reminds me of Uzi a lot. Like, Uzi has a track called Bankroll, so I'm just trying to sing that over this beat. Nah, Faygo and Sway Lee needs to fucking happen, bro. Bro, that's Sway Lee inflection, vocal inflections right there. That's Sway Lee, bro. Damn, these two would murder on a collab, bro. I was low-key bored, I'm not gonna lie, until he switched it up. He popping off though. Okay, like I said, I was low-key bored for a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the beat was tough, the hook was cool. Then he went into the verse and like, I thought it was gonna be wasted potential of a beat. But like, he switched it up. I rocked with the vocal inflections. I like the beats a lot. I thought to myself, like, the way the switch up happened, I was like, damn, I might add this to my like playlist, but it's not there yet, bro. Because I realized the Money and Clothes, that was enough to add to my like playlist. And that wasn't as good as Money and Clothes, bro. In my opinion, at least. But that was a tough track. So, next song, we're Going Outside. The track's called Outside. We're not going outside. I'ma shut up. I'm not funny, bro. Did you tell? Only care I got. Girl, just run it up. Cause this shit ain't stopping. That's that melodic Faygo, bro. I don't give a fuck who hated Pink Hearts, bro. That shit was tough. Can we please stop lying? Stop lying to yourself. Bro, if you love Don Toliver, then you can't call melodic Faygo trash. This sounds like Don. Obviously, Faygo in the voice, but the vibe of Don Toliver. This shit is lightning in a bottle. He cannot go wrong. And he just was like, oh no, it's trash. How dare he take rage beats and do R&B? Shut your bitch ass up, hating ass, bro. Nah. You see, I haven't even heard the whole track. This is enough for my likes. This shit wavy. I like it.
On my body, run it up, cause that shit ain't stopping for nobody. Start out of here. I'm in the whole nother dimension. When I get hotter in the kitchen.
Oh, nah, this hard. Melodic Faygo, I look at as an artist, bro. That's why I put Faygo way above the class of underground rappers he came from. That 2021 underground scene, I look at Faygo as more than just that, you know? More than just a rage rapper. Like, this dude makes art. That's why I fuck with him, and I think he reminds me of Uzi because the way he experiments with his voice and the melodies and things. Their collabs are tough. Stay Awake, I'm glad it happened. Marley was scrapped from Pink Tape, but that track's hard. Yeah, but like I said, everything I like about this track, I've already said. I just want to, again, reiterate how the people who hated on that era of Faygo. Also, Count Me Out, bro. Oh my days, Count Me Out is so hard. Bro, you can't tell me melodic Faygo's ass, bro. There's no ways. Anyways, back in the mix.
Okay, we back in the mix. How do we pull out this shit? How do we do it like this? I can never think twice, so yeah. Tell them put a price up, yeah. Tall ass money get you high up.
Yeah.
Counting his crypto,
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a given gender,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Hey.
This shit ain't get hot when you know that you got caution. I gave you a warning. That's what I check. I really just do it. She when I start in my life is a move. That's all the ways, man. We gotta get to it.
Bro, come on, bro. This man has switched flows every time, and then I look at it curiously, cause like I'm just like, okay, you just switched the flow, and I just got used to it and realized you're spazzing right now, and then you switch it again, and now I gotta get used to that. But like, damn, every flow was hitting. I'm not even gonna lie, dog.
Tell him put a price up, yeah. Tall ass money get you high up,
Yeah.
Counting his crypto,
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a given gender,
Yeah.
Whoa, boot it up, endo,
Yeah.
Fuck around,
Run
let
it
you keep up,
Yeah. Hey. Nah, fuck with this. Should I
That you
give you guys a lesson as Ankh, bro? You're gonna look at me as Ankh. Through certain videos, I've expressed love for the SoundCloud era and my grief for that era, bro. But Uzi, like I say, I don't want to keep comparing Faygo to Uzi, but like low-key, that's a good thing, bro. Uzi's a fucking legend, bro. Is that everyone was experimenting with rap, and it was all just about fun, colorful, vibrant rap music.
Haters in the air, haters everywhere. Haters mutual, bitch. Fuck it, we can share. I got hate for days, I got wait for days. I got steak up on my plate, I ate for trays.
That's what I fuck with from Faygo, bro. The creativity, that lack of fear to just do whatever on a track. And there's so many things that are reminiscent. Like, y'all gonna think this is, I'm talking out my ass right now. Like, honestly, I'm fucking with those ad-libs, bro. I was vibing with the ad-libs. At the end of the line, yeah, me, yeah, I like that shit, bro. You looked at my Trippy Red things, I pay very close attention to the ad-libs, bro. I geek over ad-libs sometimes, bro. The background stuff can add so much to the foreground stuff. Yes, I fuck with this track though. I might add it to my likes playlist. I like the beat. I like every flow switch. I like the ad-libs. I like his vocals. This shit was tough. Back in the mix. Second favorite. The thing is, Outside is one of those tracks from Faygo that I view as art. I don't just see as a song. I view that side of Faygo as art, bro. Next track though, Mayday.
Even start, commit, new payday. I just pull up, Mayday, it's a Mayday.
Oh yes, hold on. Oh my gosh, wait, I just looked at the timestamp now, bro. It's a 3.5 minute track. I'm used to Faygo making short songs, bro. So I thought this was like the second hook and then it's gonna finish now. The first verse, honestly, I was in two minds about us. The hook, bro, this hook is fire. The vocal inflections, I'm fucking with this heavy. Okay, he might cook on the second verse though. Talk your shit. All I do is work and they just hate. I don't know why. Facts. Not for me, but like I'm saying for him. So, higher than a bitch cloud nine. Okay, if you got your bag up, okay, I feel you. Mayday, it's a mayday. It's a crazy day. Hey, not as hard, not as hard. I like this. Nah, I fuck with this. I fuck with that. I fuck with that, actually. I fuck with that. That was colorful. It was vibrant. I like the beat. Like I said, I didn't really fuck with that first verse as much. But that second verse, he picked it up. Because there was like some experimental shit he was doing with like his voice on the auto-tunes and like a deeper voice and shit like that. I wasn't fucking with. But then he did it better in the second verse. The change of vocal inflections. Yeah, no, I like this track. I like this track. Mayday. That or Back in the Mix. That's how I'm feeling right now. Damn. So far, my top 3 from this half. Back in the Mix, Mayday, Outside. That 3 back-to-back was magic. Next track though, Notice Me. Okay, I'ma say something, and I say this in my reaction of Money and Clothes. I want Faygo to be himself. I don't want him to copy Opium. Now, this sounds like Ken Carson. This sounds like some more chaos type shit. But I fuck with more chaos. So I fuck with this, right? I do, but I just don't want to hear this from Faygo. But he gave me what I wanted for like 5 tracks back to back. So I'ma hear what he has to say. I'ma hear what he has to say. Talk your shit. I'm trying to ball up in this bitch just like I'm Kobe. Come on, I'm gonna keep it a beam. We need to stop for that, bro. We need to stop for that. Balling like I'm Kobe or like, yeah, now the basketball lines, we need to stop with that shit, bro. Let me keep it a beam. Now this beat is actually ridiculous. This is bass overload. Just listen. And then Rex, boy, I'm never gonna do that shit again. But it sounds like Lil Keed, bro. You can jump, okay, down. Nah, R.I.P. Keed, man. Like some thugger type shit. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm realizing like, okay, maybe this song bites like at least 1,000 people. Like I said, on that shit I heard like either Thug or Lil Keed type shit. On the beat, I'm getting Ken Carson. But then there's this whole idea of the track called Notice Me. And it sounds like Notice Me by Cardi, bro. In that beat with the fat. Notice me. I don't remember how the lyrics are, bro. Come on, bro. Dialect is like 95% Cardanese, bro. Let me be. Cardi only started speaking English round about 2020. Okay, let's just get that straight. So please don't like hop off my dick. Don't go in the comments saying, oh, he claims to be a Cardi fan, doesn't even know what Cardi's saying. Gang, I guarantee you Cardi did not know what he was saying back in 2018. I guarantee it. Okay, so I fuck with that track though. But not enough to add to my likes playlist, but it is low-key next to Bankroll. That's my least favorite track. Relocate is what's next though. Oh, this about to be the best track. Something about this tells me this about to be the hardest track. Okay, I'ma say something mad questionable, but I'ma need him to go harder, bro. Go all the way in, go deep and hard. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I fuck with that ad-lib. Bean, that's tough though. I'm not gonna lie, that's tough, but like, I don't know, the verse like, for me wasn't it, bro. And it's not even to say that I don't like that flow, bro. When I heard Faygo doing that flow again, like that's low-key that off the map flow. It just doesn't sound like off the map because the beat is a lot more aggressive, whereas that's more like an angelic type of synth beat. But like that's that Faygo flow that's just in it, man, man, like he's literally just saying one word at a time. But like, I don't know, I just don't fuck with it on the verse. Like, I like the hook, I like the ad-libs in the hook, I like the beat, and I don't know, I'm in two minds about the verse though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really feeling that verse though. But I'll give it time, you know. I'm not gonna say this is finals. This ain't the final opinion. I'm gonna give it some time. Matter of fact, since I'm recording part 2 tomorrow, like I'll give it time overnight and I'll let you know in tomorrow's video if my opinion changes. Next track, Extreme. This reminds me of something. Oh, that's Cardi's flow right there. I'm just getting my dick up by Lil Phoebe. I'm not gonna lie, that might be my favorite track of the favorite part of the whole track. And that Lil Phoebe flow. Damn, I don't know how I feel about that track though. Like, it was different. Like, I don't hate it entirely. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, there are parts I genuinely fuck with certain flows. But as a whole, I feel like it's just like a fever dream, dog. Too much is happening, bro. It's like, if you ask me, did I see the rainbow? My answer is yes.
Always on top of this shit, you ain't never got a waiver. Always on top of this shit, you ain't never got a waiver.
That's all I have to say about that song. Next track though, Challenge.
Think about getting tatted from my head to my toe. I like your body. I love how you know, I'm fucking, I'm loving your soul. I can put the ice on you free. She like how you started whipping on keys. She like how I move a nigga low key. In my eyes, I see nothing but green. I'm in the drug and she talking about beans. Do you want?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. At first, I did not like that hook. That hook threw me way off. But then he started rapping on the verse, and I fucked with it, right? And then all of a sudden, that hook sounded better when he came back in. I'm not even gonna lie. That track was low-key tough. And I realized in the mix of that, I was like, hold on, wait. A lot of these tracks either has an amazing hook and then falls flat on the verse, or kinda ass hook, an amazing verse. That is a pattern, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just thinking about one question. Do y'all think this is enough to put Faygo back where he could have been? I'm not even gonna say where he needs to be anymore, because it's where he could have been. We all know how this went, bro. I feel like the Faygo fans know good and well. I feel like I started listening to Faygo back in roundabout like 2021. And so yeah, no, I know that this man had at least like a lot of chances to be up next. Let's just say that. Do y'all think this is enough? Truthfully, do you think this is enough? Because I'm liking this album. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like low-key there could have been more features on the low. Like I said, I would have liked Don Toliver on here. We are so deprived when it comes to this Tekka and Faygo collab, bro. We have been deprived of that collaboration. Reason why is because we have collaborations. A Tekka produced song. Where's a Tekka feature, dog? That's what we need right now. I feel like this would have been the perfect opportunity to have Travis on an album. Perfect opportunity to have Tekka. And maybe another Don feature. But then again, Faygo and Don have collabed a lot, so yeah, I'm not too mad that they didn't do another track. But damn, bro, like, I'm liking this album, but low-key, this might be a hot take. I don't know, I just feel like the vibe for me off of Pink Heart so far had me more enticed, bro. Like, this album's cool so far. Maybe the second half gives me what I need from Faygo, but like, this half so far is cool. And there was some... My favorite track of this half is Outside. I can't even lie. Like, looking back at it, there's some songs that were really amazing. But I feel like even the tracks that I liked a lot, maybe I liked 80% of the track, because then there was still that small section of it that I didn't really fuck with. But outside, I like that whole track, bro. Everything about it was calm. So I feel like that's my favorite track, though. Yeah, y'all let me know what you thought about this project and your favorite track so far. But not of the whole thing, or actually of the whole thing. Then I know what to look forward to in tomorrow's video. So yeah, I guess subscribe if you want to see that, or if you just feel like generous people and you want to help me reach 100 by the end of the year. That is the sub goal, you know. I'm not even halfway yet. I'm way out of my mind on this one, but hey, the sky is the limit, bro. We have to start somewhere. So part 2 tomorrow. Gotcha.